Well, hello and welcome, folks who are already tuning in live. You know what? I think there is a link I have to link you up with, and oh, it would be nice if I could get on the screen. So if I could get stuff on the screen. Why is this not working? Oh, help. No. Okay, we got 4 likes, but nobody's watching, and it's probably what's going on?
I don't know.
Hello? Okay.
I'm
I
here.
don't know why changing.
Yeah, we got no visual.
I'm nothing's happened. Nothing's happening. Uh, I might have to switch over to. I don't know what's
Mm,
going on.
I don't know.
Hello. Okay. I don't know why. I hear something. Is that coming from your machine?
Yeah, you hear the backlash of what we just did. Um, Hold on a second. Let me see something here. Let me turn my stuff down.
Okay. Because I
All
mean,
right.
I have everything I think set up properly.
Yeah, there's no visual. Like you can't
Audio,
you
but no visual.
there's audio but no visual. You can't see us, which might not be a bad thing.
And I'm trying to uh, figure out why.
Why you
Hmm.
can't see us?
Nothing is working for me in here in the stream. I can't add you to the stream. I can't add
It
myself to
says
the stream.
it says I'm in the show.
I Do you hear me?
I hear you. It
Can
says I'm
you
in it.
hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you, and they can hear you on Facebook. At least I know they can hear you on Facebook because it says we got one person watching. I don't know if that's me that's watching, but we got one person watching, and um, it's on there. It's just no visual. The video of us is not there. So we got three people watching, and there's no video of us that you can see, but we are here, and we're going to work out our technical difficulties. But we are going to like Kathy posted earlier, we're going to talk about Blue Eyed Soul today when we get some visual. And just stick with us while we work through the technical difficulties that we're having, and it should be a good time. It really should be a good time. I can't wait to talk about this. My research pulled up some stuff, so yeah, it's pretty good.
I I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I can't add myself to the stream.
You can add yourself. You can hear you.
I know, and I see you, but I can't see us on the screen.
Yeah, no, it's just that picture of me crying. But I do look good in overalls. I'm just saying, throwing that out there.
Uh, all right.
Do you need to reset?
I don't get what's going on.
You need to turn it
I
off and
might
reset.
need to hit the reset button.
Why don't you reset?
Well, the whole thing actually went down, and like, the whole thing went down and, uh, came back up, so I thought I'd be able to, like, stream and get through and,
Yeah, yeah.
no
So
problem, no big deal,
yeah,
but
so what we need to do is we need to take a pause for the cause, and we get back to all y'alls once we reset everything.
alright, okay, because we got 3 people watching, but you can't see nothing, I don't even know if they
Yeah,
can hear.
they can probably
So
hear.
let me figure out
Let
what's going on.
do a message and let us know you can if you can hear. Can you hear the two people watching? Can you hear? The one person watching now. Can you hear? Because I know it's me. It's
They're
me.
all
Okay,
gone, they're leaving.
it's just me watching now. So I'm watching myself. So go ahead and reset, and then we'll come back, and then we can share it, and then let people know we're here. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'll be right here. Do I need to turn off too, or no?
Alright, but I don't know whether I need to, um
Turn off and come back on and see what happens.
oh, but if I shut the whole thing down, I'm gonna lose my live stream. Uh,
Oh, there's three people. The two
alright, I
people are
don't
back.
I
Wait,
know, but I can't
yeah, I
figure out
know.
how to get it.
Yeah, can you I need to whoever's watching, the three people that are watching, I need you to give a wave or a hi and let us know who you are so I can see if you can hear us.
Okay, I think I got something going. Are you still backstage? No,
I'm
I
still
think you are
backstage.
on now,
Okay, now I'm on
and
the show.
that was n yeah, now it's a show. Hello,
Now
it's
it's
a
a show.
show,
Hello.
everybody.
Now it's a show. We are here.
I had a play, but that was when it was called Kathy's, Infinite '80s Movie Music Playlist, but now I gotta do new intros and all that kinda stuff, so I got more work to do, but unfortunately, I didn't get to do any work, this week because I had been working on a virtual graduation, for my
Nice.
current high school, so,
Nice. And
uh,
that's what
last week we talked. Oh, I'm sorry. If you're here for the first time, we'd like to say hello. Happy Saturday. Hope you're staying safe and welcome to Kathy and Kenny Talk Pop Culture.
Yay!
All right. My name is Kathy.
And my name is Kenny.
That was kind of your cue to go and Kenny. We were going to
Yeah,
make it
and Kenny. I said my name is
a
Kenny.
Sonny and Sherry kind of thing.
Sonny and Cher. Okay.
Anyway, okay. All right. Well, hey, welcome. I think there is and I'm kind of fiddling with a couple different things. So instead of looking at your notes, Kenny, I'm going to need you to look at the camera.
Okay,
Um,
I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at my notes. I was
well,
trying
no,
to.
only because I need to
You need to focus on what you're doing, and I need to focus on what we're doing as a whole. So I'm with you, and I'm totally with
as
you.
a whole.
Now,
Okay.
now
Well, in
today,
any case, I'm sorry. Say that again.
no, no, you were saying
What'd you
in any
say?
case, in any case.
In any case, it started out as Kathy's Infinite 80s Movie Music Playlist. We are in search of a new name, but basically it's going to be Kathy and Kenny talking pop culture. And I know when it was all about 80s movie music, I had a list, I had my things, and we were posting some links. But this week, we kinda came up with a topic to kinda talk about, and like I
Mhm.
said, my week and my last, 24 hours have been consumed with YouTube content and trying to download an hour-long video on YouTube. Now, if
Wow,
you are a YouTuber and you know how to do this successfully, you gotta inbox me because that was the most painful thing of my life. It took over 8 hours to download,
wow.
and even then, it did not work pretty. It was ugly, it was messy, and it was just it was just crazy. I hated it.
Uh,
There you go. In any case, but we did get it up, so, I don't know if I could post a link to it, but it was our virtual graduation, video, that was done using iMovie, but I also got to incorporate a few little cool movie tricks, little,
nice,
J
nice.
cuts and all kinds of stuff, so that was a lot of fun. But in any case, the fun for Saturday night, and basically this kind of came about because for most of us and for most of the country, we're still pretty much all safe at home and kind of staying in. So we figure, hey, if you are staying in, hang out with us. And we're talking usually movies and music, and I usually post some videos. Tonight, we're doing it a little different. So we're taking your questions and your requests, and I think I even have a few polls or some things to for us to take. Kenny, if you will, because you did come up with this topic, so this is
Okay.
kind of like your baby. Why
Oh,
don't you
really? Okay,
explain to everybody what we're going to be
okay,
talking about tonight?
okay. Tonight we're going to be talking about Blue Eyed Soul, and Blue Eyed Soul is really categorized as um, pretty much R&B music that is done by white musicians and white singers. And this concept pretty much started in the 60s. One of the DJs that originated Blue Eyed Soul was actually a Philadelphia DJ named Georgie Woods. Georgie Woods, the guy with the goods. Oh, Mary, don't you meet, don't you mope. That man right there, Georgie Woods, he was one of the guys that kind of coined the Blue Eyed Soul phrase. And in the 60s, that's when Blue Eyed Soul kind of came to be, and it pretty much started with the from all of my research. Blue Eyed Soul was one of the main originators of Blue Eyed Soul. Might have been the Righteous Brothers with songs like "You Lost That Loving Feeling." In the 60s, you had bands like Rolling Stone, you had Steve Winwood, you had somebody like Janis Joplin. These are people who sang soul sounding songs that they sounded like they were soul musicians or pretty much black musicians doing R&B, but they were really white musicians. That's where the Blue Eyed Soul came from. And throughout the 60s, you had these guys started probably towards the late 60s. And then in the 70s, you had some more people come along. You had no, the David Bowie Hall of Notes people come along. You had the Average White Band, Bobby Caldwell, Rod Stewart. In the 80s, you had Tina Marie, George Michael, the Rhythmics, Lisa Stansfield. And we're going to talk about all that. And if you have any song suggestions, any other, and Tina Marie, one of Kathy's favorites, Tina Marie is in that category also. But if you have some favorites that you want to talk about, please let us know what Blue Eyed Soul artists you think should be on our list, and what songs from what Blue Eyed artists that you think should be on our list, and we will definitely put that down. And there might be some people that want to go past the 80s into the 90s and 2000s. There's John B. There's Robin Thicke. There's a lot of different artists that we can name in this category, and I think um, a lot of Blue Eyed Soul artists, and the original Blue Eyed Soul artists, you had people like Elton John and David Bowie, and Elton John had a couple of
Okay,
songs that were in that
I'm sorry,
category.
I'm jumping
You
back
had
in.
okay, you had go ahead.
I'm jumping back in. I'm gonna give you a little mute for a minute, just for a second, because you're about to take it off the rails. Put Tina Marie in the '80s. Really, she actually started in the late '70s, but that's all right. But when we start talking Elton John, okay, maybe some soul songs. But if you were going back to the '60s, we need to mention people like Dusty Springfield, because my friend Matthew mentioned that name. And when I actually went over this list talking to our parents, and hey, I see we do have a visit from look at that little parental support. We're getting a thumbs up. Glad to see the show is doing fine.
Oh
And
yeah.
we
Oh,
and
thank you,
actually
Dad.
I'm embarrassed to say what the problem was. The problem was on me. So,
Oh,
it's
really?
one of those
Okay.
things.
Mm.
So yeah, it was all me. But anyway, but Dusty Springfield, I guess, was
Yeah,
more the '70s. And and actually I was thinking of like specific
I have her on my
songs.
yeah, I have her on my list also.
Okay. How about Expressway to Your Heart? Do you remember that one at all?
I
On
do
the
not remember that one.
expressway.
I do not remember that one.
Oh, 5 o'clock. It's much. Oh, okay. That needs to be on the playlist.
Put that on the
Expressway to
playlist.
your heart.
Expressway to your heart.
Put
Put
that
that
on
on
the
the playlist.
playlist. And oh, I'm missing my pen. Expressway to Your Heart, and that was a group called the Soul Survivors, and they also originated in well, they formed in New York City, but um, they kind of cut that record in Philadelphia, and you'll never guess who it was produced by. If I tell you Philadelphia and I'm telling you Soul, what
You're
names do you
telling
think
me
of?
you're telling me oh God. I know
What?
this and I just was it's you're telling me
What names do you think of?
oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Wait a minute,
Uh
Mr.
oh, I think
Martin.
I lost them.
No, 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 I'm here. Mr. Martin always talks about these people.
Okay,
Um oh
Gamble,
Gamble and Huff. Gamble and
Gamble,
Huff.
Gamble and Huff.
Gamble and Huff.
But the Soul Survivors were Expressway to Your Heart, and there was another group. Oh, I kept I kept getting them confused because I was thinking of the Five Stair Steps, but they're actually not Blue Eyed Soul. They're
No.
black. They're from Chicago.
I
But
actually
the
met
other
one
group I was thinking of
I
were
actually met one of
the
those.
Spiral Staircase.
Spiral
Hmm?
staircase, yes. I actually met one of the five stair steps.
Oh, you met one of the Five Stair Steps. Oh,
He
that's
was in,
cool.
I was doing
I
Lyft
was
and
thinking,
he was in my car when I was doing Lyft. I had to take him to the train station.
oh, cool. Did it, did you know who he was, or
He
did he
told me
tell
who he
you who
was.
he was?
Yeah, because we were
How'd
both
that go
into
down?
music. He was telling me great stories about Billy Paul. He was telling me how they opened for the Jackson Five when nobody knew who they were. It was great. It was a great
Oh,
conversation.
awesome.
It was a nice 45-minute conversation we had driving to the train station.
Cool. Cool.
But in the spiral staircase,
Uh-huh. So,
you were saying,
okay, but right, Spiral Staircase. What was their song? I forgot it that
"Ooh,
fast.
child." No,
Say
that
that
wasn't "Ooh,
twice
child."
for
That's my sister. Spiral
No, they were not
staircase.
Ooh Child. That was the Five Stair
That was my
Steps.
steps. I'm
Spiral Staircase was Help Me.
okay.
Why help me?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know you were gonna pull that out for
Alright,
me.
I'm
You know,
sorry. I'm pulling out some old school. Sorry about that.
yeah, I didn't know you were gonna pull
All
them
right,
out
well,
on me.
but we're here to take your questions. Again, if you're just joining us, it's Kathy and Kenny Talk Pop Culture. This week's topic is Blue-Eyed Soul, which is kind of code word for, I guess, white singers who sing R&B. Is that
Yes, that's pretty
a
much what
good
it
way to
is.
describe it?
Yes, that's the best way it is. Now, I'll be honest with you. In the '80s, um, Daryl Hall, kind of, um, he said he didn't like that phrase, "blue eyed soul."
Okay.
He said, he,
I get it.
excuse me, he said that the phrase "blue eyed soul" was kind of racist.
Were
Yeah,
we being racist?
yeah, yeah, blue eyed
So what
soul.
do we call it?
That no, we're calling it blue eyed soul because I'm good with that. Okay, start
Do you have
staircase.
another name for it?
I love you more today than yesterday.
Okay, now again, even when it was Kathy's Infinite 80s movie music playlist, the rule was no
Oh, no,
singing.
no singing, no singing. My bad,
No singing.
my bad.
Very
But
bad.
more today than yesterday with Spiral Staircase.
Okay. Just don't
So,
sing.
and that's
Um,
a very good song. I got to add that to my
more today than yes.
Spotify playlist.
Now, how do you feel about like um now I know one group was called like Average White Band, but I don't
Yes.
really consider them to be um Blue Eyed Soul because they had a it's almost like war. Like
Yeah,
so
average white
I know in
band.
one Wikipedia article they kind of cited war, but because Burton was the lead singer at one point, but I don't know whether I really would consider that in a genre.
Yeah,
One was
I don't
Slick
know
Ricky, an
about if
artist
I would consider.
who was
You're right. An average white band, and also too, like there's certain bands that I
because it
was
was such a
reading.
mix.
Yeah, like I had one article that mentioned Fine Young Cannibals as a Blue Eyed Soul group, and the lead singer to
See, I
that
think Fine Young Cannibals comes in under the '80s, under that kind of like new.
that new
I don't know
pop
whether it was
sound.
new wave.
Yeah,
Would you call them new wave
I would
or the
call it more
Fine Young
pop.
Cannibals?
Yeah, fine. I would call it more pop.
Okay.
It would be more
Um,
pop.
she drives me crazy.
Yeah, drives
Although,
me crazy.
again,
Yeah,
my favorite. Um, wait, Fine Young Cannibals was "She Drives Me Crazy,"
yeah, drives me crazy.
but it was the same guy that it was the same. One of the singers was from General Public.
No,
I have that
mm-mm.
wrong. I could
Yeah,
swore one of the singers was from General
no,
Public.
no,
Never you done that.
no,
Okay,
no.
all
General
right.
Fire
I'm
Cannibals, I
just
believe,
giving
was
you my
much.
'80s knowledge.
Yeah,
I
much,
can
much.
deal.
I think Fire Cannibals was much younger than General Public.
Okay. Um,
General Public was early '80s, and Fire Cannibals was like late '80s, early '90s.
okay. Why am I getting General Public and Fine Young Cannibals mixed up?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
But I need to see some recommendations for a Blue Eyed Soul artist from you guys. Anybody you want to name? Anybody you want to mention?
Are you doing it as a watch party? Because then I can't see the comments.
Yeah, I have a
I mean,
watch
for
party. I
folks
think
on
I
YouTube, I should because when you do the watch party, I can't flash the comments on my screen.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
can
doing
only
a
see the
watch
comments
party.
that are
I'm
on my
sorry.
link.
Because when I do a watch
Oh,
party, it shows the people that's on my page and they watch it.
okay. And that's cool. And we love you and we thank you. And
Yeah.
if you're here via YouTube, consider subscribing to the page. And if you're here via Facebook, consider giving us a thumbs up, thumbs up. We appreciate that. And I'm Kathy,
And I'm Kenny.
and we're just talking pop culture. And this week we're talking blue-eyed soul singers. And again, we're on the bubble because we don't know if that's a racist term or not, but it
Yeah.
was a term that was coined by a DJ in Philly, which is our hometown, which is where we're from, Georgie Woods,
Georgia
the guy
Woods.
with the good.
Guy with the goods.
Although I was a bigger fan of Harvey Holiday, but anyway, I won't even go down that rabbit hole because that's
Yeah.
a Philly thing, and you don't get it, and you probably eat subs instead of hoagies, and you drink pop soda. So there's no talking to some of you people. Um, because when I go to the store, I'm pushing a cart, not a buggy. But anyway, I digress. I digress.
so yeah,
But
so
but in the
um
comments, yeah, if you have an artist, and I think I had a poll I was going to try to do.
so I'll
Um,
do your poll.
but oh, the one artist you had told me about, and I'd almost forgot about him because he almost gets into that one hit wonder category is Gino
Gino Vanelli.
Vanelli.
Yes.
who had a R&B hit with "I Just Wanna Stop and yeah, and tell
And
you
tell
what."
you what I feel about you, baby. Yes.
And also Steely Dan.
I
Would you
love
consider
Steely
them
Dan.
like okay?
Steely Dan is
Now,
like
there's an artist from the '80s that
that what?
okay. It sounds like you were about to sounds like you were about to preach. I was about to give you your space and
Oh no, 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 no. I was waiting
but
because you were saying there's an artist from the '80s, and I was just saying, go ahead with what you're saying. There's a lot of one hit wonders too, like Bobby Caldwell was what you don't do for love. That's a big one hit wonder. And I was going to ask you, Kathy, who is your favorite Blue Eyed Soul artist?
do we have to even ask? That almost seems like kind of silly.
Well, no, it's
In the
not. It's
comments,
not.
if you know me, and again, well, again, I if you know me, you know who my favorite Blue Eyed Soul singer is, and that's just like that's that's one of those no
Well,
brainers. That
let's
shouldn't
let's
even
say it out
be.
loud for the people who don't know you.
Well, you know what? I don't have to because it looks like my dad knows me. So even
Tina,
if you
yeah,
spelled
well,
it wrong,
you
and
spelled it
I'm not
wrong,
gonna
but yeah, it's Tina Marie.
I'm
Um,
not gonna hate because that's it's all good. Um,
now, now I'm gonna
let's
tell you
see.
something.
I don't know how to. I have a poll, but I don't know how to make it show on the phone here.
Okay,
I don't know if I can show it.
there are a lot of Blue
It
Eyed
was supposed
Soul.
to be to pick one of the Blue Eyed Soul singers. I don't know whether it'll come up on the feed or not.
Now there are a lot of artists who were
Can you see?
typically
You can't
rock
see it.
artists.
Hmm.
There are a lot of artists who were typically
Well,
rock
when I
artists.
scheduling thing, I was trying to see if I could if it would go, but I
Okay,
guess it won't. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
there are a lot of artists who are typically known as rock artists in the 60s and 70s and 80s who transcrossed and went to the Blue Eyed Soul realm. And I'm talking about artists like Elton John, David Bowie, and Queen, and Rolling Stones. And if you notice, a
Yeah,
lot of
and
those,
I saw those. Whoa, 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 hold. I saw those from your list, but see, I wouldn't even count them. I mean, they might have had hits that got R&B airplay, but I wouldn't count them at all.
why not?
I don't
Well,
really.
see,
I don't know.
here's here's why I count them, because they all have two things in
Then
common.
you want Rolling Stones and Miss You, and again, that's just like kind of a one hit wonder kind of thing, or
No,
one
well,
hit R&B wonder.
okay, well, here's why I would count them, because all those
Okay.
acts are British acts. A majority of the British acts got most of their influence from 50s and 60s R&B. Rolling Stones came over and played with Muddy Waters. And David Bowie was an artist who one of the first artists on MTV who actually questioned MTV on why they don't play R&B videos when MTV first started out.
Hmm.
And David Bowie was an advocate
Okay.
for playing soul music and black artists on white radio and MTV and things like that. So these artists got the inspiration from R&B, and because they're white artists, they got classified as rock. But a lot of the roots were in R&B anyway. So when they had these hits in the R&B realm, I think they would be considered Blue Eye Soul because their original influence was R&B and soul.
Okay.
I went a little bit too deep on you, but
All right. Okay. was what'd you say?
I said I went a little
I
bit
didn't
deep.
hear that.
What that whole thing I just said?
Oh yeah, you went deep. We go deep. We don't get no sleep because we stay
Okay,
up all night till the morning
okay.
light.
Leave my girl Janet alone.
Do you know it? You don't know where that's from?
And that's from Janet.
We go deep
Yeah, I
in.
thought we don't sing. I thought
Okay.
we didn't sing
All
here.
right.
I thought we didn't sing here.
Okay.
We don't
But
do that.
when it comes to Janet,
I got my Black Panther
I
shirt
was
on. We don't do that
I
here.
was like, We don't do that here.
We don't do that. I got my Black Panther shirt on. We don't do that
Oh,
here.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, I hear you. I hear you. So, you know what? When we talk about '80s, I don't really like them, but I put down Simply Red
Yes, I have
because
that
I
in it
think they
too.
did a form of kind of okay. And I
Well,
mean, they
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 did a version of,
I don't know why I don't like that guy.
yeah, they did a version of if you
He's
don't know
not
me
my
by
favorite
now.
redhead.
Well,
Yeah,
I kind of
it
used
just
to
seems
think that
like time and time again,
in the 80s and
so
90s,
many
I
so
kind of
many
thought that,
white singers have kind of. I'm sorry, we were talking over each other because of the delay. You
yeah.
go ahead.
No,
You like some bad Zoom call.
I know, yeah, I
Go
know.
ahead.
It's a delay. But what I'm saying is, they did a version of "If You Don't Know Me by Now."
Oh,
Um,
you know what? I did it again. I forgot to hit record.
you haven't been recording this whole time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
I
They did
I
a
meant to
version.
hit record because
Okay. Well,
if I
he.
record it, then I well,
Okay.
we're at the kind of like the half hour mark, so it's almost like we can start a mini show again. Not on the
Yeah.
same topics, but at least if
Yeah.
I hit record now, I can say, "Hey, welcome to Kathy and Kitty Talk Pop Culture." We're taking a look at the artists that were called Blue Eyed Soul Singers and just kind of talking about their songs that we're going to feature on the playlist, and they will be posted to Facebook later. I'm Kathy.
I'm Kenny.
Okay, and we do have a delay.
Yeah, we
So
have a
you know what?
delay.
When I start saying I'm Kathy, you probably just should talk over me with the I'm Kenny.
I'm Kenny
That
thing.
will cut
Okay.
the delay.
Okay. I'll
But
try that.
this is our kind of like our visual podcast, our vlog. Excuse me. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I just had dinner. Oh, my bad. But it was a delicious chicken parmesan. Anyway,
I had chicken
that I
too.
made from scratch. Anyway, okay, chicken parmesan.
No, I had lemon chicken.
Okay,
I had lemon pepper chicken.
lemon chicken. Okay, somebody's got to eat it. Anyway, um, come on now, that was funny. That was
No, no,
funny.
it wasn't. No,
Okay.
I'm a very good
In any
cook.
case, now that's funny.
Oh wow,
Okay.
wow,
Anyway,
the shade. There's a tree
what?
in here. Shade. Um, but no, we're talking Blue Eye
Just
Soul
don't,
artist.
just don't, just don't, uh, just don't snap on me, huh?
We are talking
We're
Blue Eye
talking
Soul
Blue Eyed Soul
artist.
artists. Some of the artists that we mentioned, again, Georgie Woods, the man with the goods, kind of coined that phrase. And Righteous Brothers, I guess, because they needed a way to kind of describe that music, and that music actually got a resurgence in the '80s, in the movie Top Gun with Tom Cruise and what's that guy's name? The ER
And
guy when they sing that song in the
yeah,
bar.
yeah.
Anthony Edwards,
Evan
you
and
lost
him
that
was,
loving
yes.
feeling.
You lost that loving feeling.
But yeah,
Goose,
so some people think of
goose,
the Righteous Brothers as,
goose.
and actually Bill Medley of the Righteous Brothers also kind of was kicking it in the '80s with the theme song for Time of Your Life. That's
Yes,
I mean, everybody knows it. During the years in the '80s when I DJ'd, I can't tell you how many different parties ended on that
on
song.
Tommy
I
Life.
know it's corny, I know it's
Yeah.
funny, but when you have a bunch of South Philly, South Jersey folks at a party and they need to end the night, that's the song we're gonna play. That's how we're gonna
It's
end the
either
night.
Tommy Life or
We
Donna
also
Summer Last Dance.
although in South Jersey, it depends on the party that you're at, because you can end the night with Jersey Girl by Bruce Springsteen and still be in good stead with
Oh yeah,
people. I
yes you
know it's
can.
a slow song, but again, some people like that. They gotta
Some
have
people like
that.
that. I
Sha na
understand
na
that.
na 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 na. And that is, I mean, come on, that's got to be my favorite Bruce song. But I digress.
No, 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 no,
Coming
no.
back to our Blue Eyed Soul,
Blue Eye
it's
Soul.
wait, you have Bruce on your list?
No, I don't have Bruce on my list. I do have. You said Shana Nana. I thought you were thinking about the song by Van Morrison. Um, Brown
Oh,
Eyed Girl.
now Van Morrison, I would put on the
Now he's on my list.
I would definitely put Van Morrison.
Van Morrison's on my
Okay,
list.
Van Morrison is on the list. Okay. You know what? My favorite Van Morrison song. Uh,
Yeah.
in the comments, if you could tell me if you have, everybody should have a favorite Van Morrison song. You just should, and you probably have one. You might not know it. Okay, if it's Brown Eyed Girl, whatever. But my favorite was Jackie Wilson said. And if you don't know that one, look it up, listen. I'm putting it on the playlist. Technically, it's not the most blue eyed, soul song that he sings, but it's just awesome. And I just love it. So we're putting that on the list. Um, Philly Connection, Hall and Oates. I
Yes.
forgot to, do we say Hall and Oates yet? Because I don't remember us talking about Hall and Oates.
No, I did
We
mention
did
that.
not.
I did mention that Dell
Okay.
Hall. That Dell Hall didn't like the term "blue eyed soul." I did mention that.
Oh, that's right. You did say that earlier, that he wasn't a fan of it. But well, maybe that's because does he have blue eyes? I think he actually does have blue eyes. Maybe he was offended by it. In any case, Sarah Smile was
Yes.
I
Yes.
can't tell you that was the jam for so many folk. So
I
many
had
folk who
I
did
had
not enjoy Sarah Smile.
I had a girlfriend named Sarah once, and I sang that to her. She's not my girlfriend
Yeah.
anymore.
So that's okay. There you go. Things to know. Things to know. All right. So please, if you are watching on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, hit the
I want to
subscribe
shout
button.
out.
If you're here joining us on Facebook,
I
follow
want to shout out people
give
on the
us a
watch
like.
party.
We're gonna let Kenny shout out his watch party.
I got Kamini on the watch party. James Hale on the watch party. My mother, John McIntyre, Karen, Rockio,
Oh, I
Myrtle,
haven't seen any. I
Lenore.
haven't seen a comedian forever.
Huh? You haven't seen who? Well, I got Kamini on there. I got some people. What do you? Okay. But anyway, Joe Downs was on there, Jennifer Murphy. I wanted to shout out the people on the watch party. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for watching us. We really appreciate it. We're talking Blue Eyed Soul. If you have anything that you want to mention about Blue Eyed Soul and Blue Eyed Soul artists, please hit us up and let us know. I'm going to go with another Blue Eyed Soul great that I saw in concert. Um, Robin West loves Sarah Smile.
Oh yeah, because
But
that's
I want to go with another
she knows
that I
music
saw
like
in
that.
concert.
These young
Uh,
kids don't know good music. I'm just sorry.
Boz Scaggs, Dirty Lowdown.
Oh, I had him on my
Put
list. He
put
was on
that
my
up on the
list.
put that up on
I
the
did
site.
have I had
Put that
Mrs.
up.
That is up. That is up. Bugs, Skags. Dirty, dirty lowdown. That was the jam back in the day.
That was a jam. But the
Uh-oh.
blue eye the song he
Yeah.
sang I really
Okay. I
like.
don't know.
Go ahead.
Miss you. So I don't know whether that's just
She
Robin
said she
saying
missed
that she
you,
misses me and
or
I
she's talking
miss
about the
her,
Rolling Stones song.
or whether she's talking about I don't know. I'm gonna say she misses me because I'm a pretty good, cool person to know. So people miss me.
Yes.
Miss
But
me? I know you
Miss You
miss
by the
me.
Rolling Stones, Miss You by the Rolling Stones is one of my favorite Rolling Stones songs.
That's good. That's a good one. That's definitely a good Blue Eyed Soul song. That's
But like I
awesome.
was saying,
Um,
Boz Scaggs, the song I really like from Boz Scaggs was Miss Sun.
oh, hey Miss Sun.
Yeah, what
Okay,
can I
so we'll
say?
post that in the playlist.
Yeah, Miss Sun,
Yeah.
Blue
Is
Eyed
that the
Soul.
title of the song or was it called
The the
something
ti-
else?
the title of the
Is it
song
one
is
of
Miss
those
Sun.
tricky songs?
No, the title is Miss
O-
Sun.
Okay, it is. Okay. Because, and I know this isn't Blue Eyed Soul, but I always got confused with that Brothers Johnson song because the song is called Strawberry Letter 23, but in the song he says Strawberry Letter eh,
22.
22 or Yeah, A Present from You, Strawberry Letter 22,
I never understood that.
and it always confuses me.
I never understood that.
I'm just
I think somebody was
if you
high and
understand
they wrote
that
the
or if
wrong
you
number
know
in.
what that means, by all means, give it to me in the comments and let me
Yeah,
know.
please give it to us in the comments if you know
I
what
know
that
it's not a
means.
Blue Eyed Soul song, but I get it.
But
So,
yeah, well, we're very interested.
we talked Simple Red, we talked Steely Dan, Soul Survivor, Gino Vanelli, um, Spiral Steps, Van Morrison, my girl Tina Marie, Earth,
I
Wind,
haven't.
and Fire. I, and you know what? Can I say this?
Yeah,
Because can it be my turn to talk for a little bit? Because
yeah. Go ahead.
I've kept you on the stream the whole time. Okay, my turn to talk. Nobody puts baby in a quarter. Okay. Can we still hear you, Kenny? I think we can. Oh, anyway, Tina Marie. Oh, what I always thought was interesting about her is that back in the 60s and the 50s, when a lot of R&B artists or black artists even recorded songs, uh, the record companies actually didn't put their pictures on the albums and as a way to sell albums, especially in the South, because folks wouldn't buy albums if they saw black folks on them. So they would just put pictures of beaches and sunsets and all kinds of different things on the album to hopefully make it sell. And the interesting thing I thought was Tina Marie, when she first came out, her first album did not have a picture on it. And I think a lot of people, are you okay? I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were not camera ready. Okay, he's not camera ready, so I'll keep talking. A lot of people didn't realize that Tina Marie, in fact, was white. 'Cause they heard the music first, and they heard what they thought was a black girl. I just actually watched a YouTube video, and it's these two I think English guys are reacting to songs, I guess that they've never heard before, and they reacted to hearing "Fire and Desire" for the first time, and I thought it was so funny that their reactions the first time they heard Tina Marie's voice. But I think a lot of people, when they first heard her, they swore she was black. And until her second or third album, when she finally put her picture on there, and they were like, "Huh?" They got
Yeah,
That Scooby Doo noise. Bunch of black folks made that Scooby Doo noise when they saw her. Huh? Like
yeah. But
they just knew. They
we
just
have both seen her in concert a few times, and man, cause she put on a nice concert.
and like I think I've mentioned this before too. I think I only drag the most important people in my life out to see Tina Marie, and I think one time I dragged you. I think I might have dragged you out a couple times. One time, my mom actually, I dragged her to the Spectrum, and I think I was living in New York then, but they were playing in Philadelphia. So I just got the two tickets and I made her go, and we watched. I think there was like Graham Central Station, Larry Graham, that was some good music. Earth, Wind,
Yes.
and Fire. I think there was another group. I don't know whether there's the Whispers or another, and Tina Marie. But in any case, it was one of those Sinbad summer showcase things. Anyway, but we saw Tina Marie, and it was just awesome. And the funny thing was, we were like seated next to this other young girl and her mother, and again, she dragged her mother to see Tina Marie, just like I dragged my mom to see Tina Marie. And but it was just kind of funny because they were kind of the white version and we were the black version, but we were still loving us some Tina Marie. So there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
You and me,
You dragged
we're
me
good.
to. I believe we saw T Marie in Atlantic
In
City,
Atlantic City.
and comedian, one of the comedians from I forget his name, from In Living Color opened for her. Um,
Oh wow,
um,
your memory
the
is
guy,
good.
yeah, the
Was
guy
it
who
Tommy
played
Davidson?
Tommy Davidson.
Tommy Davidson.
Tommy Davidson
Tommy
opened
Davidson.
for,
I
yeah,
remember. Oh
Tommy
my
Davidson opened for
God.
T Marie, and we saw T Marie in Atlantic
Oh,
City.
that was the 90s. I one time I actually and again, it just happened by chance. Me, Michelle, and Sandy actually went to a club, and we were about to get our club thing on, and we in the club, but the club was empty and it was dead. And but the DJ wound up playing a Tina Marie song because he said Oh, no, no, no. Here's what happened. Actually went to the booth and asked the DJ to play a Tina Marie song because I was upset I couldn't get tickets to the concert. He goes, "Oh, really?" He goes back up to his DJ booth, comes back down, and goes, "Here, I have tickets." And he actually gave me tickets to the concert. Granted, we were in the club at the time the concert was starting, and it was somewhere, I think the Kenmore or the I can't think of the name of the theater now. It's in Philly. But I felt
Yeah,
bad
I
because
don't
he
know.
only had 2 tickets, and it was me, Sandy, and Michelle, but it was Tina Marie. So we kinda had to take Sandy home and kinda leave her there, but we kinda got through it,
Wow.
and
Wow. Wow. No man left behind. If we can't, if we,
is
look,
that
one of
so
us can't
wrong?
go, none of us can
So wait,
go.
so nobody sees Tina Marie because we're short 1 ticket? I mean,
Yeah, yeah. No man left behind.
well,
If I was in that situation, I'd be like, you know what? We don't have enough tickets. It's three of us.
okay, you're a better person than me. Because I went and saw Tina Marie and I had a good time. I ain't gonna lie. It was good. Uh, Square Biz, Young Love, Trip,
Yo,
Irons in the Fire,
I got,
Fire and Desire. It was
I got.
good.
You know what?
Sorry, Sandy. I'm
Next
so
time I see
sorry.
Sandy, I gotta give her a hug because that's some cold stuff, man.
That's not
That's
anyway.
cold. That's cold. Poor Sandy.
I feel bad.
I took Sandy and left Michelle behind. I'm just saying.
I am so sorry, Sandy. And I'm sure she has seen better days and better concerts. But again, for me, as a true Tina Marie fan, that was awesome. I remember the last time, I believe it was the last time I saw Tina Marie, might have been at the House of Blues in, or BB King's in,
And
I'm trying to think, in New
that's in
York
that's in.
City.
Okay, I thought that was in Louis, St. Louis. Oh no,
No,
it's in
no,
New
this,
Orleans. That's in New Orleans, isn't it?
no, no, but there was, I can't think of the name of the club. It was in, oh, no, that was something else I saw. But anyway, it was in New York City, but the funny part was I had had surgery on both feet. I had had, like, a bone removed, or it was a whole thing.
Wow,
But I got them both done at the same time just to get it all over with. But my friend Nancy was driving me home, in my car from the surgery because it was one of those inpatient things, and I'm kinda drugged up or whatever, and I see this poster, and it's a Tina Marie poster, and I was like, "Stop the car!" And she's trying to drive through the city, and she's like, "What? What?" Thinking something's wrong with me, like I'm physically injured, and I'm like, "Stop the
wow,
car!" And I get out, I hobble out in the car so I could write down the details on this poster so that I could get tickets because Tina Marie's
wow,
coming to town, and I gotta get my tickets.
wow.
Again, that was in the days before, like, cell phones, you could just take a picture of it and just keep
Yeah,
moving.
yeah.
But
So,
anyway, and I remember that because I think you took a bus because you drove me back down to South Jersey after that surgery. I don't know if you remember this.
I don't
I
remember that.
remember it clearly. You did. You came up to New York and, at my apartment when I lived on Sterling Place, gosh, that's going back, and, you were gonna drive me back, but I just thought the funniest, not funny, it wasn't funny at the time, but you and my friend Nancy clashed heads like I don't know what. All I remember was the 2 of you in that brief time. I mean, I was hopped up on drugs because I had this surgery, but I clearly remember the 2 of you arguing like maniacs because I think, um, yeah, like she had brought me home from the hospital and was staying there with me. And once you came, I had gotten all my stuff in the car and we were driving Nancy back to her apartment in the city. And you guys just, it went on and on and on. It was
You
crazy.
know what probably happened? What
What?
probably happened was she was probably checking me out,
Okay.
and
Um,
that's how women respond when they can't have Kenny Walker. They check me out and they get mad.
okay.
They get
Yes,
mad.
honey. Funny stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
Are, You
Back to
done?
Blue Eye Soul. Back to Blue Eye Soul. Let me tell you
Back
on
to
our
Blue Eye
list.
Soul.
Let me tell you who on our list who I saw
Okay.
in concert. That's on our
Oh, wait,
list.
are we still I had one more artist from, like, I guess this is more '90s.
Who? Who you
Lisa
have?
St Lisa Stansfield.
I have her on my list too.
Oh, you have
Been
her on
around
your
the
list. Okay.
world.
Been around the
Been,
world?
yes.
Around the world. Okay. Alright. Hey.
And
Alright, so tell me about your list of who you've seen in concert.
well, we already mentioned Boz Scaggs. I had the opportunity, and I saw him in concert, and I learned a lot from him by seeing him in concert. By seeing him in concert, um, he did something I thought was amazing. That when I had my bands and when I perform with other people, I use this trick that I learned from watching Boz Scaggs. We were there to see Boz Scaggs, and everybody was there to see Boz Scaggs. I forgot who opened for him. I think it was like the Yellow Jackets or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, we seen Boz. No, Yellow Jackets opened when I saw Grover Washington Jr. Anyway, Boz Scaggs was performing, and everybody was there to see Boz Scaggs, Dirty Lowdown, and Miss Sun, and all these other songs. And he pretty much had this awesome band. Band was redunculous awesome. And he sat back in his chair and put his arms out and gave in almost every song he gave members of his band spotlights. You don't know who these people are. And Boz Scaggs, you're there to see him. But he was such a phenomenal entertainer that he shared his stage and gave all his people props. And next to Prince, that was one of the best performances. Out of the three best performances I saw from an artist, that was probably the second. It's kind of tied in with another artist who's not Blue Eye Soul, but very 80s, and you wouldn't think that I got something out of his concert. But Richard Marx, I saw him in concert live, and he was one of the best shows I've ever seen. Also, besides Boz Scaggs, but Boz Scaggs, by giving his band members, his unknown band members, more showtime and stage time than him himself. I thought that was such a big deal to me and what made me appreciate his music that much more. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, I'm sorry, my volume's down. Anybody else from the list that you've seen?
No,
Oh, Richard Marx? I don't know what song would you consider his to be a Blue Eyed Soul
it's
song?
not. No, he's not on our list as Blue Eye Soul. Richard Marx would not be
Okay.
Blue Eye Soul, but
Alright.
I've only seen I've seen Tina Marie and Boz Scaggs are the only people I've seen on this list.
Okay.
Um, I will
You
say, one person that I found in Blue Eye Soul that we haven't mentioned that when I was researching Blue Eye Soul, they kind of mentioned in Blue Eye Soul was a very popular singer, and probably because she had a really soulful voice. Um, Janis Joplin.
ah, okay.
She
I'll
was
I'll
she
give you
was she
that.
was on she was on one of my Blue Eye Soul lists. Janis Joplin, because of her soulful, very bluesy and raspy voice, she was on that list also.
Oh, you know what? There was this young girl, this English girl that had that Janis Joplin vibe from the '90s or early 2000s. I
You
can't
know
even
what?
think of her
I can't.
name. You know who I'm talking about?
It sounds
Anybody out there
familiar.
know in the comments? Doesn't it sound familiar?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
I she was young too. She was like 16 or 17, but she had this very kinda old spirit, feel and sound. If you know her name, reach out to the comments
Yeah, let
and
us
help
know.
us out because we're both in our 50s, some of us more 50 than others. Um, so
Hey,
the mind
Santos.
goes, my mind wanders.
Miss Santos says
Uh,
hi, y'all. She's on.
oh, hey. Oh, so she's not even watching on my stream, she's watching on your stream. That ain't
She's
right.
watching. She's
That's
watching
not right.
on my watch
Um
party.
That's part of my people. Because you did a watch party, so you just cutting out all my watches.
No,
Okay.
what?
I see how you roll. Anyway, you are here with Kathy
And Kenny.
and
And Kenny.
you You always miss your cue, but we got that delay. Okay, I'm just going Kathy and Kenny as we talk pop culture, as we look for a new name for the show. If you have suggestions, put them in the comments. Give us your suggestions. Oh, and hey, Kenny, when you do the watch party, can you make sure you tag me? That way I get to at least see the comments. We were talking Blue Eyed Soul. We had a ton of singers. Kenny, do you have the list? Do the quick recap, or do you
Okay,
have one more to
we've
add? Any
yeah,
more to
we've
add?
talked about we started in the '60s talking
You
about the
can't think
Righteous
of that
Brothers.
young girl's name that kinda reminds us of Janis Joplin.
We started in the '60s talking about the
The
Righteous
girl who
Brothers.
reminds us of Janis Joplin.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I think I know who you're talking about. Was she on American Idol?
No, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Now, I don't know, would you consider Amy Winehouse in that category?
I would definitely
'Cause I
consider
know she
Amy Winehouse. I would definitely consider Amy Winehouse Blue Eyed Soul. Definitely. No,
okay,
without a doubt.
alright,
Without a doubt.
okay.
Um, but
She's
we
on the
started
list,
it.
we'll add her to
She's
the
on the
list.
list. Oh, you know what? Add I know it's not particularly is Amy Winehouse is singing it. It's not listed as an Amy Winehouse song. But if you
Mhm.
talk Amy Winehouse, you put her on the list, you gotta put Valerie.
Valerie. Oh,
Yeah,
the song Valerie.
the song
Okay.
Valerie. But we started in the
That's not
'60s.
everybody knows Rehab, and they don't know that song as well.
Yeah, Valerie is an awesome song that Amy Winehouse sings. It's a Mark Ronson song that she sings. But yeah, it's great. It's a great showcase of Amy Winehouse's talent that she had. That's a light that's taken way too soon. Um, but we
27.
27, the magical number
She
that artists
she
die
was
like Jimmy
27 years old when
Jimmy
she
Jimi
died, and
Hendrix.
she's in that club.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix,
Kurt
Janis
Kurt
Joplin,
Cobain,
Kurt Cobain, the guy from the Doors. Why am I forgetting his name? Should be easy
Jim
to remember. Jim
Morrison.
Morrison. Yes. So
Why are both of our minds filled with so much useless information?
I have no idea. I blame it on our parents.
Okay, but they don't have this useless information in their heads. Although I will have to say a definite love of music because I remember growing up with one of those. And somebody shout out there to me if you know what I'm talking about. If you had when this is back in the day when like now our music, our whole lives fit into what? Like a phone. But back in the day, if it came to music, it was a piece of furniture. It was bigger than most of your um
Yes.
freezers back then. You had this
Yes.
big piece of furniture in your house that was just to play
Yeah.
records.
And
I mean, it was
my dream is to get one of those.
it's just like a nice big piece of furniture. You
Yes.
lifted it up, and again, you play your records, and oh, it was
When
just
we lived when
awesome.
we,
And I
when we lived in
think
Philly, we
we had
had one.
parents who really did enjoy and appreciate music.
Yeah. When we lived in Philly,
Yeah,
we had
it was
one,
a big one. I
and
think
me,
that
mom, and
one
pop
went to
pop had one.
Jersey too. I don't know.
I don't think it went to Jersey. I don't think it
Oh
went to
yeah.
Jersey, but me, mom, and pop pop had
Oh, you
one
don't?
too.
Okay. Well,
And okay, now
yeah.
on my comments on the watch party, um, Santos mentions Jessie J.
Jesse J. I don't know that person.
She
Or
is
give me a
a
song. I have to look it up.
well, she sings a
Jesse
song
J.
with Jessie J. She sings a song. The one song she sings is really popular. I don't know a lot of her music, and you're gonna have to give me
Mhm.
some music from her. But she sings a song with Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj called "Bang Bang," which is very good actually. I like "Bang Bang." "Bang Bang's on my playlist.
Oh, I know that song. Okay. I know that song. Um, but you know what? You start Ariana Grandeing and Nicki Minajing me, and you lose me because again,
Well,
I'm sorry.
and
60s.
once again, to go back to
My
what I said.
musical taste, I think, stopped in the 80s or 90s. Huh?
Once again, too,
Oh,
Jessie
gosh, we're
J.
almost at time. Look at that. I know we got late start, but we're at that point almost, dude.
Yeah, But I just want to say though, to go to my point earlier when I
Mhm.
said about a lot of Jesse J is also a British artist, and a lot of British artists
Okay.
get their inspiration from America R&B. So there's a lot of British artists that are categorized as rock, but you could actually say they might also be blue eyed soul artists because a lot of them get their inspiration from R&B. Um,
Oh, I
just
hear
like
you.
just like when you go to a music store, you'll see a lot of you'll see, which I think is
I'm
incorrect.
sorry, what back it up. When you go to where?
When you go to sorry. Sometimes in
When you go
some
to where?
music stores, I there are some music stores still around. And there's one music
Are
store
there?
near me. Yes, there's one music store near. They sell CDs, tapes. They sell old videos and everything like that, and they sell vinyl. But I think they
Oh, wow.
incorrectly categorize Prince as rock.
Well, and again, some of his stuff I think is a little more
Is rock?
rock.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you want him how do you want him categorized?
He should be either R&B or funk.
Okay. I don't
Prince
know.
is
I think
Prince should be either R&B or funk. Because he plays the electric guitar the way he does, he gets miscategorized by some people who I think, in my opinion, don't know enough about music because of his electric guitar, categorize him as rock. And that would be like categorizing the Isley Brothers when they do Who's That Lady as rock, and it's not. So
okay. Oh, but that guitar at the end.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Anyway, we're off topic because Prince doesn't fit into our Blue Eyed Soul
No, no,
category,
he's not. He's not. He's not.
and we are bringing it to a close. We've gone beyond the '80s. We've gone beyond music, movies to talk a little music, to talk about Bob Skaggs and Van Morrison. And after we're done with the broadcast, we'll put those links up, and they will be on my page. You can follow me, Kathy Walker. Also, we'll put the links in the YouTube version of this live kind of chat. I don't know. We don't have a name for the show, so if you have suggestions, by all
For the name
means,
of
give us a name. Although name or not, I do like the little page.
I do
Uh,
like. We don't have a better picture of us as kids with me not crying.
oh, I think that's lovely. I
Yeah,
just
yeah, because you look like you're like a sweet angel, and you
I
probably hit me
know.
or something.
I think
You
it's
probably hit
great
me.
because it's like, what did she
Okay,
do to him?
you probably hit me and made me cry or something. Yeah, and you're looking like I didn't do it.
Hey, a thumbs up or a like if you love that picture, because that's
And that
that
dress
dress. Hey, you know what?
screams. That dress,
Don't you? You know what? Your
that
mother
dress.
made that dress.
I know, but that dress screams 1969.
Hey, back in the summer of
Yeah, that just
that dress
screams
is
1969.
awesome.
It really does. It really does.
That dress
And
is awesome. That was a
I was
homemade
I was a
jobby.
cute
That's
baby.
back when you used to sew.
Yeah, I was a
You
cute
what?
baby. I was a cute baby. I was a cute kid.
Okay. And anyway, this is our stream.
Also,
We are winding our stream down. Okay, no, we're not. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Close out. Close out. Close out.
No,
I
no,
forgot.
you
I'm
got more to
old.
say?
I'm old, and I forgot what I was
No,
going to say anyway. So go ahead. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm old, and I forget things. So go ahead.
all right, can I close
Uh,
things down or can
You
I
close. You close it down.
okay. Do you have more to say or can I do I need to bring you back up or do
No,
you
no,
want to
no.
stay on?
You stay. Leave me on as you close out. If you want. If you want to take me off, you can take me off. I don't know. I don't do what you want. I'm just cheating. Like
This has been fun. This has been fun and kind of
this.
cool. And
This is why I was
again, this
crying in the
was
picture.
what?
I said this is why I was crying in the picture. I've been getting this treatment for over 53 years. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Shut up.
Some things that just so good visual. And you know what? I'm looking at the camera, so I'm not looking at you right now. All right.
Okay.
Uh, this started out as Kathy's Infinite 80s movie music playlist, but we had so much fun talking with my brother here. So it slowly morphed into something different. So now it has become Kathy and Kenny, and we're just talking pop culture, but we might need a better title. So if you have one, by all means, please share it with us in the comments. You can shout us out on Facebook. Find me on Instagram. I'm at KWalk Comedy. And are you on Instagram or Twitter?
Yes, I am on Instagram as Kenny KP Walker Jr. and I am on Facebook as the
Hmm.
same, and I am on Twitter. I don't know what I'm on Twitter as. I don't use my Twitter a lot. I should Twitter more. I should tweet more. I don't tweet.
I should
Tweet,
you should
tweet, tweet,
you
tweet.
should tweet more.
I should tweet
Are
more.
you LinkedIn?
I'm linked in Twitter, but I just don't use it a lot. And I'm
Okay, because
listening.
I'm
Yeah.
LinkedIn. And I
You
use
get all.
LinkedIn more for my professional stuff. I'm on Twitter. I have a professional handle on Twitter. So, because as an assistant principal, as a school leader, I can actually do PD through Twitter. And I also have my podcast, which is Year of APing Dangerously. If you are into podcasts, it's not just for school leaders, it's about leadership, it's about different things. So, check that out at Year of
Oh,
Living I'm sorry, Year of APing
yes.
Dangerously.com. That's the name of my podcast.
I
My brother
Go ahead.
Kenny is also an artist and he is coming out with a CD. Why don't you give a plug for that?
Okay, I'm coming out with my CD, Throwing Paper. It's a spoken word CD, and we will probably do a.
And that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you. Good night. No, sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, wow, look at that. That was funny. That was good. But no, I'm coming out with a CD, a spoken word CD. I do spoken word, and it's going to be called Throwing Paper. And we'll probably do a release watch party on Facebook pretty soon, probably next month. And once the engineer is finished with everything, we got everything particularized and together. And also, too, I write for a website called obsidiannomad.com. Follow me on Facebook, Kenny KP Walker Jr., and I will have links to Obsidian Nomad, which I write articles for. I also run, which I'll be doing videos for pretty soon. We did a podcast, but we had to stop because of the pandemic, and now I'm going to be doing some videos for Nerd Nation where I talk about comic book things. So I do that also, and I do a couple of hostings and open mics that once everything settles down, that I'll put back on Facebook Live again.
Okay.
But yeah, so check me out on
Sounds sweet.
Kenny
Sounds
KP
good.
Walker Jr. and we do things. And my sister and I, we love hosting things, and we like being this. You would think that like if you met our parents, you wouldn't know that we have these personalities that we have because our parents are very reserved in a way. We're more spotlighting, they're not. I don't know.
Okay.
We're weird.
We're weird. All right.
We're weird. We're considering,
But
you
we
know.
are relishing our weirdness, and
Yes.
we advise you to do the same. Just embrace your weird, but we also
It's
ask that
it's
you
cool to be
stay
weird.
safe, stay
Yes, please
home.
stay safe. Wear your mask. Hold on a second. Where am I?
We oh oh hey, did you get those masks I sent?
No, I didn't get those yet. I have
You didn't
my
get them yet?
Spider-Man. No, they didn't come yet.
Oh wait, I sent those over a week ago. They should be there.
No, they didn't get here. I've been looking for them because now Natalie sent me another black mask too, so I'm looking for that too.
Oh wow. Oh, something fishy going on
Yeah,
cuz like I know when I sent them before, like you got it within 2 days. And
yeah,
I
and
mailed
now
those out like
yeah,
not
and
last
we
I didn't mail them out last week. I mailed them
yeah.
out the week before.
Okay, I don't think our listening public wants to hear about our mailing mask problems.
Okay. Oh, I'm
I,
sorry.
we're still on.
The few listeners we have, they're like, we could care less." But no, oh gosh, I paid $10 for those masks.
Yeah.
Okay, if people are
Oh,
stealing
I have an
masks
idea.
out of the mail, that's just
Let us
wrong.
know. Let us know too in the comments. That we'll see after we get off. My idea for the next podcast:
Yeah.
duets. Duets.
You know, I was thinking about duets for tonight, and when you said Blue Eyed Soul, I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll roll with that because I could talk for 2 hours on Tina Marie alone," but, I was thinking about duets. But, so no limits though, no 8, no limits as far as decade
No limits.
for duet
Duets. Duets.
duets. So if I go
Duets.
Captain and Tennille, you down with that?
Well,
Muskrat
Captain.
Love,
Captain
Muskrat
didn't do.
Love,
Yeah, but Captain
Cap
didn't. Captain didn't do anything.
But they were a duet, Captain and Tennille. Hey,
But
listen,
Captain.
guys. Well, thank you so much for kind of hanging out
Thank
with us
you.
for an hour here
Thank
on a
you.
Saturday night in
Thank you.
quarantine. Stay safe, stay home. We will definitely see you next Saturday, 8:30. If you have a name, maybe we need to do a contest or a challenge for the name. We probably could give them a mask, but knowing that somebody might steal it in the mail, they'll never get the prize anyway. But no,
Yeah.
no, I'm
We'll
just
see.
kidding.
We'll do
But
a mask.
this has been a blast. I'm Kathy, and
I'm
he
Kenny.
is,
I'm Kenny.
and we're talking pop culture, and we will definitely see you guys next week. Yeah,
Bye.
we're out.
Bye.
Woo! That's a wrap. That's a
All
show.
right. Let's
Good
go.
night,
It's a
everybody.
wrap. Oh. Now I can go to the bathroom.